Hello students, here is Dr. Narendra Singh, Associate Professor in Physics, Department of Basic Sciences, Oriental College of Technology, Bhopal. Today in this lecture we will study the phase velocity and the group velocity. Now the contents of these lectures are: what is this phase velocity, then we will discuss the wave packet, group velocity, and finally we will derive the relationship between the phase velocity as well as the group velocity. First of all, we will study what is this phase velocity. Already we know that when a particle, whether it is your quantum particle or the that is your classical particle, when it is in motion, then according to de Broglie it will surrounded or emit a wave which is known as your de Broglie wave. So if the moving particle emit a single harmonic wave, single harmonic waves means having single frequency or the single wavelength, then the velocity of that particular wave which is emitted by the moving particle is known as your phase velocity. Here mathematically the phase velocity can be this phase velocity can be written as Vp is equal to nu into lambda, and according to Planck's law we know that E is equal to h nu, so nu is equal to E by h, and similarly according to this de Broglie hypothesis, this lambda is nothing, that is your h upon p. So when we put this the value of your nu as well as your lambda in equation number 1, then we have the phase velocity Bp is equal to E upon p. Also we know that is omega is equal to 2 pi nu and lambda is equal to 2 pi. So now what is this wave packet? So and why we need this wave packet? Basically what will happen, a particle cannot be represented by a single harmonic wave. So however, if we want to just localized or to represent a particle, we need this wave packet, and wave packet is formed by the superimpositions of two or more than two waves which having same amplitudes as well as your same direction, but frequency may be slightly different as shown in this particular figure. So what is this group velocity? So group velocity is nothing, it is when we form the wave packet which is formed by the superimposition of your two or more than two waves, then this wave packet is also move in the medium or propagate in the medium with some velocity which is known as your group velocity. However, the velocity of the single constituents or the single component of this wave packet is known as your phase velocity, and already we have explained what is this phase velocity, and it is your Vp is equal to nu into lambda, where nu is nothing, that is your frequency, and lambda is nothing, that is the wavelength. So here we will derive the derivations, the formula for your group velocity as well as your phase velocity. As already I have told that this wave packet is formed by the superimposition of your two or more than two waves. Here we consider two waves, that is represented by 1 as well as your 2, and both the waves having the angular frequencies omega 1 comma omega 2, and the wave vectors are k1 and k2 respectively. So according to wave equations, for first wave we have that your y1 is equal to a sine of omega 1 t minus k1 x. Similarly for second wave, so y2 is equal to a sine of omega 2 t minus k2 x. So now we want to just form the wave packet, and which is formed by the superimposition of your two or more than two waves. Here we have just taken the case of your two waves. So after superimpositions, mathematically y is equal to y1 plus y2. So from above equation, when we put this in this particular equation, then y is equal to sine a sine of omega 1t minus k1x plus a sine of omega 2t minus k2x. After solving this one, we have some common factors, so we can write it as your 2a sine of omega 1 plus omega 2 upon 2 into t minus k1 plus k2 upon 2 into x into cos of omega 1 minus omega 2 upon 2 into t minus k1 minus k2 upon 2 into x. Here we have applied that is your sin c plus sin d. Here sin c the c having the value omega 1t minus k1x and d having the value omega 2t minus k2x. So after solving this one, we put that is your omega is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 upon 2, k is equal to k1 plus k2 upon 2, comma delta omega is equal to omega 1 minus omega 2, comma delta k is equal to k1 minus k2. So we have the equations. When we put all these quantities in the Euler equation, we will get y is equal to a sine of omega 1t minus k1x cos of delta omega 1t upon 2 minus delta k upon 2 into x. So here we have the two components of this particular equation. One is your a sine of omega 1 t minus k1x and the second component is your cos of delta omega t upon 2 minus delta k x upon 2. This first component represents a single harmonic wave, and from this component we will get the phase velocity, and the second component, which is your cos of delta omega by 2 into t minus delta k upon 2 into x, this component represents the wave packet or the wave group, and from this component we will get the that is your group velocity. So from first component we have the phase velocity, and which is equal to omega by k, and similarly from second component, which represents the wave packet, we will get the group velocity, that will be equal to delta k upon delta omega by delta k. So when this delta k is your very small, then we will get the Vg is equal to d omega by dk, which is nothing that is your group velocity. So here we have the some of the relationship between that is your phase velocity as well as your group velocity. We know that this phase velocity is nothing that is your bp is equal to omega by k, or omega is equal to k by bp by cross multiplication. Similarly, we have the group velocity b is equal to d omega by dk. So we have the group velocity b is equal to d omega by dk, or that will be equal, we just put the value of your omega, so d by dk k bp. So after differentiating this one, we will get bp plus k dbp upon dk. Now we know that k is equal to 2 pi by lambda, therefore dk is equal to minus 2 by lambda square into d lambda after differentiating with respect to lambda velocity. Here we have the some of the special cases. The first is your we can apply this equation for your non-dispersive medium. We know that for non-dispersive medium dbp upon d lambda is equal to 0, that is the phase velocity change with respect to the wavelength is equal to 0. So at that particular case we will get bp is equal to bg, that is your the group velocity and the phase velocities are equal to each other. However, in case of your dispersive medium, we will get some value of dbp upon d lambda, which is your positive. So automatically we will get that is your bg is less than bp. Why? Because this bg is equal to bp minus something, and we have the positive value of dbp upon d lambda. So automatically we will get the less value of your bg. So thank you very much.